Hello, everybody, and welcome to Equinox, a Dungeons and Dragons game featuring these lovely people. We have not played in a bloody while. We have been on hiatus. It is absolutely fantastic. This is the quietest I've heard you guys, so this is also great. I assume everyone can hear us. Yeah, well, everything seems to be working, so woo.
considering what we were saying
Love it.
beforehand, I thought we should be quiet.
I tried to wave at the audience and remembered this wasn't a cams game, and then I just
I
because
know.
the stream loaded up after the ad, and I'm like, I'm not there. They can't see me waving. I'm like a fucking idiot.
They can in their mind's eye.
Just imagine
can
me
in their
waving
mind's eye.
everybody.
It has been a hot minute, like about a month since we played. So the players / the DM, you guys probably know better what happened last time than I do, because I certainly don't. So does anyone care to give a recap?
I've re-rolled my character because I assumed Wraith was going to kill us all.
Hello, crumbs. Just wave harder. Don't worry about it.
I think we started with train combat.
Yes.
Pretty early. Andrew got shot in the head and immediately passed out.
No, I didn't get shot in the head. I got shot through the cheek, and then it ricocheted and hit me in the temple.
So, Andrew, if you would like to just quickly summarize, what part of the body is the cheek on?
In the head.
Is it on the head?
Right, getting shot in the head implies here, but
no,
we're talking
through
about,
the brain.
No. I'm highlighting that. Oh, it went through the jaw, then went upward. That's
he
insane.
didn't instantly die, and then
I didn't also instantly die.
Yeah, you also didn't instantly die.
Wicked revived him in some capacity, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I drank health potions out of the wazoo.
Yes,
Yeah.
both actions to skull health potions, I believe.
That is a sensible decision that you did undertake. So, yeah, that is.
Me
train
and
combat happened.
I didn't get
Boss
shot
still
while
had a
rescuing
flashbang
people.
fire.
Actually, it wasn't just train combat happened. I don't think it was just train combat that happened. Combat happened, I believe, and then.
Well, initially someone took a flying punch at someone.
And that someone who threw the punch may have missed real badly.
Yeah.
The person who's supposed to be really good had it missed real bad.
So all of that happened. There was a bit of a what the heck, shady?
A kerfuffle over use of blood.
Use of blood
and snapping each other.
And put that thing back. Put it back. Kind of full yelling at each other. Then everything seemed fine for a couple of days.
Oh.
Until they realized that something was, we should go talk to the train captain or whatever. And then you realized, oh no, things are about to go sideways, and then they did go sideways.
Before things went
sideways. Literally.
Yeah.
The night.
Watch, because there was a little raker on the side of the track waving, eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Before things went sideways, Habaru saw a thing at night. He saw like a little spirit thing that gave him a thing to stop the other thing from thingying him. Am I being descriptive?
No.
No.
Not remotely. I don't remember.
He was hearing voices because of the book, we presumed. And there was like shadows and stuff kind of like gesturing at him. And a moonlight shadow gave him a bracelet of something.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember what that plot line was.
Yes, a very key plot line for what comes next for Habaru.
Oops. It's okay. I'll remember eventually. But by the time I remember, Andrew, your rampant ADHD will have completely forgotten. So.
No, this is the one thing I would not have forgotten because of reasons.
So yeah, Bosco derailed a train.
Yep.
Bosco flashbanged Habaru. Not by flashing him, but with a grenade.
I'm fairly certain that Habaru and Wicked and everyone may have got their final revenge on poor Bosco, as he is now Bosco Mushman.
He certainly is the Mushman now.
Yes.
However, somewhere along the way, I can't exactly remember how this happened, but someone went, you know what we should do? Use the power source for the train to detonate.
Oh.
No. Most people didn't decide that. Craig loaded in anti-material rounds into his friggin' rifle and started shooting at the train's like fuel source. and then just detonated a nuclear bomb.
This was not a group decision. This was a wraith decision.
It was one of the most over-the-top ways to get rid of a problem he had.
You know what though? Do you disagree with it?
I do. I fully disagree with it.
I don't think Andrew can argue, because in State of Anarchy he did rocket launch a kobold in the sewers.
When they okay, first off, don't say rocket launch, because it wasn't a rocket launcher. Secondly, he attacked me first. I couldn't see him. It made sense to use the explosive device to attack back.
It's still less overkill than nuking a civilization.
That as well.
Yes.
That too. We have also had that happen in the games. However, all of this aside, yes, the power source did get exploded and released all of the unstable wild magic that was within the encasement that they used, the unstable ether. And all of you guys got fantastic forward, basically. Feynman, being Feynman, could not be impacted by divine magic and change his inherent divine nature. So he was mind wiped, had a brief moment of clarity before realizing, oh shit, and fell out of the sky, leaving him somewhere within the vicinity of the train, somewhere in the forest on his own.
I think I took the Necronomicon, didn't I?
You had the Necronomicon, and so we will deal with the fact that you will wake up in a crater in the middle of a forest grove somewhere. Bosco, I think the game just decided between State of Anarchy and this. Bosco was never meant to live.
No.
Considering his unliving nature already, that says a lot.
Yeah. And so he has become a mushroom, I think a mycelium spore familiar to Wicked now.
Yep.
So you now have a colony of mushrooms growing inside you. Well, Bosco does anyway.
Bosco does.
The rest of you got exploded, including Wraith. But of course, we will deal with Wraith stuff when he is back next week. Hopefully, Dusty will wake up and join us, because that'll be really fun to see that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, there is something that we usually open with. So, yes, bear with me one moment.
Ooh.
I apologize for all the noise in the background as well. If it's annoying anyone, please let me know and I can close the door. I mean, you guys can see the door's open, but let me know. However, in the wreckage and the rubble, there is blue and purple flames igniting the metal. You do hear the sounds of static with these words coming from it. G'day, Ilmore. You're on with that Asmund Savage, and you're listening to the Mid News. The imp lost to train to Ilmore. It is unknown as yet how such a tragedy has occurred. It is at the trash bin responsible. There were 400 aboard. The number of casual unknown. We will keep updated as more news in. The undead Russ continues to play capital. Sources states that the acted is continuing to grow. Experts are baffled. Keep safe out there. A wave of amnesia and descended upon the eaters of the death temples, followed by just static. So the radio's not doing well.
Can't beat that. Fair enough.
However, for those of you by the train, Shady, Habaru, you pull yourself from the wreckage of the twisted metal and on fire remnants of the train. You can see that there are bloodstains. Glass windows are just blown out. You can see a varied assortment of strange creatures pulling themselves up from the ground and disappearing into the forest as certain things have awakened. Some things that were once alive are no longer alive. You notice that there is just balls of fairy light just hovering over random places, but you are covered in bits of disintegrated gravel from the railroad underneath. You can see the twisted metal of the tracks that has just been completely twisted and almost corkscrewed up in the air, creating these kind of eerie sculptures. The weird part about the whole thing, apart from the radio, it does seem eerily quiet. And in the just very distance, you can see a number of Imperium drones just lifeless and sparking on the ground.
Habaru! Feynman! Wicked! You guys there anywhere?
Feynman, you're in the forest.
I'm not here.
You're not here. And with no Dusty, it's up to you, Habaru.
What is like the first thing Habaru notices when he like chucks himself over to make sure, like, all right, I have all my limbs attached?
Are you just laying on the ground?
Am I? Like, is that the position I'm like awake in?
Well, when the explosion happened, did you turn to look at it, or were you looking away from it?
He probably would have looked at it just so he could know his own doom.
Okay, so you are laying on your back then.
I have to remember not to do the fucking voice. Okay. Yeah, Shady. I'm alive. I think. Or maybe I'm dead and I'm just here now.
You can feel just your whole body seems to feel fizzy, Habaru. Like the tips of your fingers, your joints. You've got this weird feeling like you're kind of floaty, but you feel heavy, and just it feels like your blood is fizzing in your veins.
Never did care for fizz in my soda. Okay. He'll try to he'll try to sit up and see what's up.
Okay, you sit up. You notice at your wrist and all of the little sun marks on your armor, they seem to be glowing and twinkling.
Shit again. Okay, I'm gonna need another rattle of spray paint. Okay. Habaru will get up and try to make his way to Shady. Shady, are you outside or are you just a hallucination? Or are you?
No, I'm outside.
All right. Well.
Can you see the other two anywhere?
No, I don't. I see a bunch of drones. I see a bunch of, I think, maybe the passengers or something, or whatever this area may have been buried. Right here, the magic from the train woke it up. I don't know, dude. Let me come to you first, and he'll make his way to Shady.
As you start to make your way out of the train carriage, Shady, outside, you've got this odd feeling like you're not completely with it. You're not mentally you feel kind of it's just things aren't connecting. It feels like you're kind of got a distracted thought, and there's a part of you as you're starting to look around and realize, just roll me a perception check. Nope, you're freaked out by the fact that something doesn't feel right, and you know you're not dead. You know what dead feels like. This is not dead, but something feels off, and you can feel the hair on the back of your neck kind of prickling like you're being watched.
He'll just sit around trying to take in everything that's happened around him.
Okay. So, Habro, you start to make your way out of the shadowy carriage, and you start to notice that the glowing from the bracelet around your wrist, you notice the sun symbols, they're starting to get brighter, but they're starting to melt into your skin, into your armor, as you watch as your gauntlets just turn liquid and start melting into your skin.
Oh, hate that. Okay. Habaru will try to best keep panic down and try to make his way to Shady. Because Habaru doesn't know if he's dying right now.
You reach the entranceway where light meets shadow. You go to step out and you find the way blocked. You can physically see outside, you can see Shady outside, but you find yourself almost like behind a pane of glass. You can't push your way through.
Okay. Is there anything that I can see that could be causing this?
It doesn't appear to be. You can roll a perception.
Yes, please. 21. Do I see?
You see that where your hand is resting against this invisible barrier, you watch as little tendrils of sunlight are actually breaking away from the norm and trying to wrap around, like suction onto your skin, just as little bits of shadow are trying to like prevent them from like gripping you.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know what to do here. Habaru will would Habaru recognize from any of his religious teachings any of the symbolism behind any of this?
Roll me religion. How good were you at your religious studies? Oh, you're all right.
Pretty okay, you know.
You
I wasn't a Selenite, but I went to Selen's Day church.
Shaloon, that the one.
I know what I said.
To your knowledge, there isn't any kind of indication as to the teachings of Shaloon that would tell you what this is. You do know that there has always been kind of like this love-hate relationship between the sun and the moon goddess, even more so now having had your close interactions with why that might be the case. But never has it been seen such an obvious argument between light and darkness.
Okay. Habaru will take a deep breath and try to not push down the shadow, but try to get a balance, I guess, as it were. Try to reach like that
How would you like to try
spiritual
and do
balance.
that?
He'll take a deep breath, concentrate, and try to focus on the that fizzy feeling, and try to focus on the feeling going, not going away, but like going flat.
Yes.
Yes. Dog agrees.
Okay, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm so wise. Fuck. Six.
You stand there in front of, just in the doorway. Shady can see you, but you've got this kind of mildly constipated look on your face.
I was gonna say, yeah. Shady. I can't make it through the door.
Are you okay?
Hello?
Yep. There's something in the way of the door. I'm having a hard time pushing through. Metaphysically speaking and physically speaking.
I can't see anything.
I can't either. Again, I'm really hoping this is a bad fever dream and I'm just gonna wake up in bed. But I don't think it's gonna end up happening. I think I'm seeing a fight between light and dark on my skin, and I don't like it.
You can see, Shady, that his gauntlets, his very fancy gauntlets that he'd only sported a few days ago, they have completely vanished into his skin. You can just see the shiny, like the shiny band around the wrist that was left. But the rest of it is like his skin seems to have grown over it.
What the hell's happening there?
I don't know, and I don't like it, and I'm trying to ignore it for right now, but are you able to move? Can you come here?
Yeah, sure. I'll head over.
Roll me a perception, Habaru.
Oh, another one? Okay. Fucking thanks, game. 20. Now I roll high.
As Shady makes his way over to you, he looks odd. And you're not sure what it is.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah.
No, he looks odd, but he simultaneously looks exactly the same, and then it clicks to you what the problem is. He's missing a shadow.
I'll check like where the sun is and kind of reference it to Shady. I'm like, Shady, stop for a second.
What?
Where's the hell is your shadow?
What?
Look down, dingus.
What the hell? Have you got a shadow?
Do I have my shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I'll pick up a rock and see if it has a shadow.
The rock has a shadow.
What the hell?
When Shady...
Wait, the weird thing is, as you do so, you feel a soft thump as you bend to pick up the rock and you drop it. The rock has a shadow, but you feel this soft thump against your leather trench coat. Almost like somebody threw a rock, but there's nothing there.
Okay. I'll worry about that later. Let's get you out of there and find the others. I'll try and climb up, see if I can climb up through the end.
You seem to enter in fine. You're standing next to him.
Fuck's sake.
Not fucking foiled by an invisible door.
God, I'm defeated by a doorway.
There's nothing here.
I'll bang on what's stopping me. Do we hear anything or see anything as I do it?
You kind of hear the sound of almost like tapping, like you're tapping on glass, like the sound of ringing glass. You hear the sound of metal on metal. And that's when you notice all of the sun symbols have now vanished. The silver star bracelet has completely vanished into your skin. Shady, you watch as Habaru starts to glow. His feet lift off the floor as he starts to hover and spin slightly, completely glowing. You watch as his armor vanishes into the glow. You see this glowing outline of Habaru in this mist spinning. You faintly hear this slight tinge of like music, ethereal music coming from somewhere as his head is thrown back. You watch as these giant black ghostly dragon wings sprout from his back as he completely corporealizes once more, and he's standing there. His armor looks the same as it did before, the markings, the gold sun markings. He's got these black shadowy dragon wings that seem to be leaking bits of shadow and starlight as he stands there having completed his magical
Oh my
girl
god,
transformation.
I'm a magical girl. Oh
I
my
just think
god.
it's really cute that his magical girl transformation is to become more like Feynman. I get that you envy me, man, but like we could play different characters.
I will talk to you later, sir.
We have business later.
Yes.
Got beef.
Oh. Yeah.
What the hell?
I think orcs are supposed to grow wings, and Halber will look over his shoulder and do the things that dogs do. Of once they start looking over their shoulder, they start spinning in place.
As you start to spin, roll me a dex saving throw. Sorry, no, an acrobatics an acrobatics as you start to spin.
Can I do athletics?
No, this is very much an acrobatics.
I think your kitty wants out.
Oh, my rolling was
Who's got a kitty? Oh,
advantage.
it's so
15.
little.
Out you go.
I mean,
want to go out? Okay. That's better. Okay. Getting input that I wasn't loud enough. Oh, good. Just let me have a look. Yes, that's better. Turn myself up. So, you're lucky. You start to spin and you feel the edge of the train under your feet, and you manage to jump and land on the other side on the grass. You manage to catch yourself so you don't fall out on your ass. You muted, my dude.
I am floating there.
You're not floating. You're standing on the grass.
With my metal arms.
Metal arms, black dragon wings made of shadow.
Shady, this is bullshit.
Telling me. The hell happened to you?
What does it feel when I touch my face with my metal arms? Does it feel like a normal hand touching my face? Do I feel it on my hand as well?
It's like they're a little warmer than usual, your hands. Kind of like when you've walked past a sunbeam coming through a window.
Shady, this is bullshit and I hate this. Fuck.
Maybe we should find the others and see what's happened to them.
Yeah. Have you pat yourself down yet? Because
No.
you don't look affected, which I hope so for your sake. But besides the no shadow thing, but I haven't seen any of the passengers, but we're seeing a bunch of these weird creatures, and with me looking like this, that was a lot of aether that just got unleashed from whoever the dumb fuckwit was that decided to mess with the tank.
Maybe I was immune because of my condition?
What's your condition?
Not being alive so much.
Well, I mean, some of these other people here weren't alive. Statistically speaking, there has to be at least some alive and some unalive people on this train.
Good point. I don't know. I mean, I'm a bit disorientated, but that's about it.
I don't see any
Apart from
giant
the shadow thing.
I don't see any wild growings of mushrooms, so I don't think Wicked's nearby. She may have wandered into the forest. Let's go look for her in Feynman.
Yep.
For the sake of ease, she has wandered into the forest, being followed by Boshroom.
Boshroom.
I'm telling you, it's Bosco Mushman.
Meanwhile, Mr. Gold Dragonborn, there are a lot of trees above you. This is
Damn
a
it!
really
Now I
big
have to
book.
actually figure out what I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
You've had 2 weeks.
I know, but I
It's
just didn't really think about it.
more than 2 weeks.
I like to think that Feynman wouldn't have thought about it either. So
Which
what?
is
How
in
am I
character.
representing the character?
So basically, you have woken up. The trees are above you. The sky has a slightly greenish hue. The sky in Purgatory does tend to have a bit of a greenish hue to it anyway. They're not just normal trees. It's more like a jungly, overgrown forest. There's lots of moss and lichen around the place. There's some mossy covered rocks. You're lying in a big hole. Big
Holding
crater.
a book.
Holding a book.
Holding a book. I gotta
Holding
tell
a-
you, we're going with Ranger Feynman, and this is my forestry guide. It tells me everything I need to know about living in the forest.
Oh no!
Ranger's Handbook.
It's my Ranger's
No!
handbook.
Well, the best
No!
part, you're very fortunate about this. You're very fortunate about this, and I love the way this has gone
I'm
because
fortunate I have my Ranger's handbook handy so I can live in the forest. Is anything on fire around me?
everything is vaguely kind of scorched looking, as
Yeah,
your sun energy has kind of just wilted and scorched stuff in this area.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good. I don't know. I guess so. Because I've come to in the forest, we'll do like the transformation process of I've looked around, seen mushrooms, forest, everything, and then what did we say last time? My eyes glow. I kind of just say forest or whatever I see, and then like I guess my captain's hat will slowly form into a standard ranger's hat. What do they wear? Not 10-gallon hats, but like with the notches in them. I'm thinking of those ones. No?
Like, yeah, you're wearing like an Akubra-y kind of.
Yeah. My lightsabers that were previously scimitar-esque their handles have elongated into the handle of an axe, and then a smaller, because I have obviously one primary, and then a dagger. The smaller one will just be like a smaller handheld throwing axe, I suppose. And a classic. What are Rancher's uniforms made out of? It's khaki on khaki, isn't it?
It's basically khaki.
It's so a nice khaki uniform. That nice forestry marsh color, I suppose. Beautiful. Can I see the smoking crater of an exploded train in the distance?
You can see smoke in the distance.
Someone's setting another darn forest fire. I better go help. And then I'll, with my newfound forestry wisdom.
Nearby, you notice that there is a small collection of animals kind of sitting at the edge of the crater. A small grey bunny, a red squirrel with a very bushy tail.
Oh hell yeah! You know how they've got like animal food, like in zoos.
Yeah.
Throw a handful to the animals, as you definitely shouldn't do in real life. If any children are listening, don't feed wild animals. But
As you throw out these seeds, which you don't know where you've gotten them from, but your pouch at your hip, which is just softly glowing, which is fading away, you throw out a handful of seeds, and this little hedgehog. There's a hedgehog. There's actually a porcupine, not a hedgehog. He's a bit bigger than a hedgehog. Yeah, there's a porcupine. There's this rabbit, the squirrel. As they pick at the seeds, the squirrel kind of takes a bit of a nibble, and he looks at you, Feynman. Are you okay, Doc?
oh no, I've got a parade of animal companions.
No.
Is there a
man.
bear wearing a hat and tie?
Hey, wait, hang on. What's your animal handling score?
My animal handling score is mind your damn business.
Is
For
it by
these
chance
animals?
-1?
For these animals, it may as well be 100.
Well, at least it's based off of wisdom.
My wisdom's high. Animal
Yeah.
handling. I got a 3 in it, but I don't have proficiency.
Oh no!
I can handle animals, man. Oh, I have my own
terrified
talking
of.
animals. Alright, well, I guess this is just exactly what I expect it to be, right? I'm not shocked by this in the slightest. Because these are my animal companions. I'll pick up the little squirrel and tell him I'm doing fine.
You kind of fell from a really long way.
Yeah, I can't really remember what I was doing. Scouting? Probably?
Yeah, that makes sense. You were making sure that, no one was stuck in any traps or anything like that.
You know what I always say? Only you can prevent forest fires.
Shut the fuck up!
I need some range catchphrases.
Oh my god, I hate you.
Baz over here says that he can smell like burning stuff, and there was a big bang before. I don't know. Yeah, Doc, I think there might be someone in trouble. We should go help him, right? Being the rescue rangers like we are.
Let's get to it, gang. Do I have like what's the symbol on my hat? Is it 2 R's? Is it like we're the collective? We've all got like a logo on it. I imagine the squirrel's got a sash with rescue like RR in a circle, and
Sure.
like everyone's got their own little. We're like a crime
This
fighting.
is your party.
we're a forest crime investigation syndicate.
The porcupine has like a little hat that looks like yours.
Yeah.
The bunny has like a little like vest kind of thing that he has tied on him with like scout written across the back in like high vis letters.
So what we're hearing is Feynman's having a massive hallucination right now.
Oh,
He's
you are
probably in the
We're all about to be
bottom of a
hallucinating.
ditch, passed out.
You're not gonna believe the tomfoolery that's about to take place when I arrive at this fucking train, man.
Oh, for some reason I almost can.
You do watch Feynman as over by one of the trees there's this little marsupial. It's kind of creamy white kind of color. It's got dark paws, quite a pointy nose. He looked like he had expired there, but he comes over to you with his little ringtail. He kind of like reanimates from the dead, or so supposedly. As Darren the opossum comes over, and he's like, Doc, I found a lady. She kind of scared me. I found a lady wandering around the forest.
What was she doing that scared you?
She came from your field guide, sir.
Came from the field guide. Alright, let's go check out this field guide. Do I have it on me? Or have I...
Yeah, you're carrying the Necronomicon.
She came from it.
Yes.
And I didn't witness this happen. Or this
No,
was when
because
I
you
was
were still
asleep.
unconscious. Yeah,
Okay,
you were still
okay.
unconscious at this
I
point.
thought you meant in front of me a woman just comes out of the fucking guy.
Nope. Apparently she emerged from the book, which of course it still looks like the Necronomicon. This book doesn't look like
Well,
a
I
field
was
guide.
I was gonna say, because I don't think I can affect it, but can we say that it's got a dust cover now that says Park Ranger, but you can see the bumps underneath. It's very
Yeah,
clearly
very much
the
so.
Necronomicon. I've just wrapped it in something slightly.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like it's done in crayon.
It's good. My first Park Ranger guy. All right. Well, we'll go find the lady, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, she has to know to only leave footprints and take only memories.
Don't be like
I've made some Park Ranger catchphrases, by the way.
God.
Oh no.
So, meanwhile, while Darren, Baz,
My little click.
Darren, Baz, Simon, and Russell make their way into the forest with Park Ranger Feynman.
I'll stop. Shady. I feel like Feynman just did something incredibly stupid. My Feynman senses are tingling.
Something is afoot.
Something's going on that I hate. We need to find him now.
Okay.
Just give me 1 sec. I've just got to make sure I write this.
I've got to write down the names. For continuity, of course.
Have you sensed a disturbance in the forest?
I should use that one. Because I'm like a Jedi still, technically, right?
You are still a
Jedi. I've detected a disturbance in the forest. It just writes itself, apparently.
Okay. So, Habaru, Shady, you're looking for your other companions as you make your way into the forest. Do either of you know how to track or?
Hubber is more of a field kind of guy, not a track guy.
Yeah.
He's a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star.
I've tracked animals so I could kill them and steal their body parts. I've done that.
Dark, but okay, yeah. So that is a survival then, please, to see if you can.
My survival.
Yeah, do survival. Do survival.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Natural one nature.
I mean, as you're walking around, a little bit of time passes, and as you do pass into the cool green edges of the forest, roughly about a minute or so has passed, and you watch as Shady, you watch as his dragon wings seem to fade away. And I mean, he's still got the wild metal hand kind of thing going on, but he seems to have lost this starlight aura that he kind of had with the wings. As you keep walking, you get this prickle up your neck, Shady, like someone is closely following you. And you keep kind of seeing these little glimpses out of the corner of your eyes, like almost like a figure looking at you from behind a tree. And every time you look at it, it vanishes. Like you're being watched by some kind of shadow creature that seems to be just watching your progress as somehow you're not sure how Habaru, but Habaru looked up at the sky, he looked at the forest, kind of looked at the trajectory, remembered vaguely where Feynman was, and kind of did some trigonometry to kind of be like, okay, this direction. And eventually he leads you.
Opinion that way.
And eventually you come across a very large Richard Feynman shaped scorched crater. No sign of Wicked yet, but
Only good things could have happened in the crater.
Do we notice anything weird about the crater?
roll me either a perception or an investigation, depending on how deeply you want to look at the crater.
I'll do perception.
30 sets of animal tracks emanating from the crater. That's rather strange.
You can see that around the edges of the crater there seems to be some green vines and moss starting to grow down into the crater. There seems to be like a mossy trail that leads off into the forest. In terms of anything Feynman kind of odd, you do see the remains of what looked like the badge from the front of the captain's hat just slowly fading into like this glimmering pool of sunlight that just seems to vanish like a shadow passes over it.
Yeah, not again.
I'm telling you, it can only be good.
Does he do this often?
Yes, unfortunately. Listen, if he says, "Oh, I'm so and so," that he's no longer a captain, just roll with it, okay?
Okay.
We'll explain it later. Just
Some
he'll
sort of
say
mental
something
issue.
weird.
This is hilarious
Something like
advice coming from Habaru, who could not accept for a second I was a captain last time. It was like he spent a solid 4 sessions trying to like underpin that I wasn't a captain.
You aren't a captain.
I was
In
a
the
captain.
end, I was right. You are not a captain.
I had a boat.
He did have a boat. He doesn't have a boat anymore.
Yeah, guy.
I don't.
Where's your boat? Huh? Where's your boat?
He doesn't have a boat anymore.
I in the moment, I was a captain though.
No,
I had that boat.
doesn't matter. You're not in the moment anymore. You're not a captain.
The ship has become the captain of the ship has returned to being the captain of the ship, and things have reverted back to normal. So
Do they know about it?
no, they've got no memory of
They
it.
just got nothing. Excellent. I'm glad. That just means no repercussions.
Yeah.
The repercussion of my mental sanity, though.
Nothing of value has been lost.
But either way,
I suppose you follow the moss.
Yeah, let's make sure he didn't drop the book somewhere. We probably should have brought the sarcophagus. Oh well.
I suppose. I can't move it though. If I need to pick up the book, you guys are gonna have to do that.
Yeah. Well, Shady, just let's be straight with each other. We just survived a train crash. We survived an ambush. We survived a lot of weird bullshit. Why do you want the book? Do you even know what the book does?
I didn't want the book. I just wanted to hide it so no one stole it.
Shady, why didn't you just say that instead of stabbing me for my blood?
Would you have given it to me?
Probably no. But I also would be ready to whip your head off at the first fucking sign of you pulling your dagger again.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission sometimes.
No! That's a dumb saying. No, it's not. It's like breaking into someone's house and taking all their money. Oh, I thought you just didn't need it. I thought I could ask for forgiveness.
I don't know if anyone's used that in court of law yet. It might stand up.
If you want to do something, just explain what you want to do first. It might go different than what you expect.
Sorry, I'm not used to working with people.
I can tell. Hey, that's fine. We're gonna find Feynman. We're gonna find Wicked, and then we're gonna in woods.
And then we'll be fine.
Okay.
Habaru,
And then we'll be okay.
as you are here in this forest,
Habaru's
you
there.
start to realize something. It's still quiet. Normally, with your experience, the Imperium would be all over this, but none of their drones seem to be found anywhere.
Can I check my Ethernet connector?
Sure. You look at it, it's completely fried.
Damn, and I just got this one too. I just upgraded.
Oh, crap. I looked down at my watch.
It's dead.
It's another one.
And you didn't even do that time. That's not even on you. Okay.
I'll take it off and just drop it in the hole.
It's littering. You're so lucky the fucking park ranger's not there. You got an earful, mister.
Okay. Well, is my watch a regular watch fried?
Yeah. Regular watch.
Mechanical.
as long-
Regular. Just...
Mechanic watch, no, analog. Analog.
Does it have a battery though, or is it like a
Wind.
do you have to wind it up?
Is it clockwork?
What
It would
would
surely have a battery.
Is it?
What would
No,
be
because
common?
you can have those ones that use your wrist and the movement will actually redo the springs.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. They're pretty cool.
he would probably get one that would be common for adventurers to use that are pretty
Yeah.
hardy. So probably that one.
Yeah.
The wiggle watch.
That works fine.
Wiggle watch.
Wiggle watch.
I think they should just be called wiggle watches.
You know what? Fine. It's called Wiggle Watch now.
Wiggle
This is-
watches.
This is how you wind it up.
See, this is how
Oh,
I introduce
that-
most things in Tegan's world. I just say random bullshit. That's how the NRA and MAGA came to be in game.
Well, I think, the wiggle watch charges exclusively through finger guns and singing
Yep.
hot potato cold spaghetti. Like, the two modalities of charging the watches.
What time is it on my watch?
It's a little after midday, so probably closer to 12:30.
What do I kind of vaguely remember what time the fight started?
Around 10 a.m.
So we've been out for about 2 hours. Okay.
With me noticing Habaru's wings gone, I'll look down and see if my shadow's returned.
It has not yet.
What the
Yeah.
crap?
Oh,
Well,
tantalizingly yet.
let's keep moving. We
Yeah.
gotta find Feynman. He's got the fucking book. So
May as well call him Bookman.
may as well call him Dead Man.
Oh, I thought that was funny. That suck.
It was funny.
Habaru, as you're standing there, you can kind of hear like these whispers, like the trees. It's the sound of the leaves brushing past each other, but it almost sounds like the trees of this area are whispering to each other.
JD, do you hear anything by chance?
Do I hear anything?
Wrong perception. You can have advantage because you're actively listening.
I hear nothing.
Funnily enough, actually, you do hear something, but because it's kind of bloody obvious to you, you just hear psst, psst, coming from one of the trees to your right.
He hears that?
He hears that. You don't hear that.
Oh no!
Simon? Is that you?
What?
You look to the right, and you do see this shadowy figure, just a dark figure, look at you, Shady, that's kind of like beckoning you, like gesturing for you to join them behind the tree. They don't have any features. They look completely dark, as if they are completely made of shadow.
I'll head that way. Feynman? Are you some sort of shadow thing now?
As you step behind the shadow of the tree and you can see this darker figure, it looks to be about your height. Seems to be wearing a shadowy trench coat.
What the? I'll reach out and try and touch it.
As you do so, it seems to mirror you.
Then I'll do the wave the hand backwards and forwards.
You watch as it mirrors you.
The hell are you?
You watch as it kind of like gestures to its from itself to you.
You're me?
Not
Habaru,
this again. I've seen this trick.
you can't see the shadow, Habaru, but Shady's talking to himself behind a tree.
I'm like, oh man, I'm watching Shady break in real time. Wow, okay. I'll figure out what to do here in a moment once he's done talking to himself.
The shadow kind of gives like a bit of a emphatic nod at you.
Are you my shadow?
He goes, 2 thumbs up.
The hell? How'd you get there?
I don't know. Like shrugs. You watch as he kind of does this almost interpretive dance of something hitting you and then being flung away from you, kind of looking up, looking at hands, kind of panicking a little bit, and then like making signs to say that he was like then following you.
Oh, so when the explosion happened, you separated? How the hell does that happen?
He's like, shrugs again. I don't know.
Do we need to join back up again or something?
He's like, maybe.
How do we do this? Can he see you? Habaru,
No.
Can you
he
see
looks around
him?
he looks around the tree.
No.
idea.
No, Shady, I don't see what you're seeing.
My shadows come off.
Yes, I can see that. I don't see your shadow. I'll hold out my hand. Have it slap my hand or whatever.
Can you touch him?
He kind of reaches over. He goes to touch. You can see that he reaches out to like give Habaru like a low 5. But as his hand gets closer, you watch as sunlight melts around it and his hand kind of fades. He panics and pulls it away and it reforms.
He's having trouble with the sunlight.
Can he toss something like an acorn?
He seems way too excited about this, picks up an acorn, pegs it at Habaru. It hits him.
Hubbard,
Okay,
you take
so
1 damage.
Oh, don't say that.
You take 1 acorn damage.
1 acorn.
Oh
of
no.
damage.
Somewhere from the recesses of your mind, a past life, somewhere's like, not this again.
Swear to God. Okay, well, he's a prick, that's for sure. Which makes sense.
You literally asked for it, and then you're like, "You prick."
That was a pretty
Someone
good
to toss a
shot.
shot does not mean throw an acorn at me.
That was a sweet shot, though.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so you're not completely insane. Can you just step into him or him into you?
I'll give that a whirl. I'll try and step into the shadow.
Give me 1 second. As you do so, you watch as your shadow mirrors you and tries to step into itself. It doesn't seem to work that great.
No, not working.
Have you touched your shadow at all? Like just hold its hand?
Stroked his
Shut up,
hair,
Tegan.
told it it'll
No
be
one
okay
did it
at
that
night.
way. No one took it that way but you.
I'll reach
All
out.
mature adults here.
I absolutely thought that, by the way.
As you go to reach out, he also goes to reach out. And as your hands pass through each other, you watch Habaru as Shady kind of phases and appears like swaps place.
Whoa.
Is Is your shadow still there? Is your shadow back at your feet, or
He's like looking at his hands, like, "Ugh, that was weird."
It's like we swapped places. It's weird. We didn't join, so to speak.
huh? I I would very much like to continue this, Shady. We got to find Feynman before he ends the world.
Yeah, can you keep following us?
He's like, "Yeah."
Can he
All
run
right.
ahead of us, in fact, and look out for anything?
As you Habaru asks that, he's like, he starts to wander away. He gets to kind of gets to this point where he's like 30 feet away, and you watch as he vanishes into like a mist, and you notice that your shadow is now against the tree as would be cast by the sunlight hitting you.
My shadow's come back.
It's
Good
now
thing that
it's
that's-
now moving as it would if you had like a normal shadow.
It's back. I don't know what the hell happened then, but my shadow's back to normal.
Normal is relative, I think. Here, let's keep pressing forward. We gotta find Feynman or whatever man he is now.
Okay. I'll start walking off, but I'll keep looking back to see my shadow.
Yeah, no, your shadow is acting as a shadow normally should.
Weird. I'm glad you saw that, because otherwise I think I was nuts.
I still think we're both nuts, but it's whatever.
I mean, we could be suffering from hallucinations from the crash.
We're sharing a mass, or we're having a shared hallucination. I don't think so.
As you ask this, Habaru, there is a grey bunny standing on the moss footpath in front of you, wearing a little vest. Seems to be looking at the pair of you.
Oh no,
Feynman?
It's
this
time.
is some Monty Python bullshit. We have slayed the beast.
The the bunny unlatches its jaw like a python.
No, he's
Starts coming for you.
he's just standing there on his hind legs. He kind of like washes one of his ears and just sits there waiting with his little paws resting on his stomach. But you can see that he's wearing a little khaki vest that has like a little pin on it with two R's back to back, just on the like where the breast pocket would be.
I hate everything.
Definitely some Feynman level bullshit, isn't it?
Nothing.
So we're going to find a heap of animals all dressed up now?
God.
Are you lost?
Holy hell, it talks.
You know what?
Because-
He physically recoils.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what? Yeah, I am lost. I'm looking for my friend.
I'm Simon. I'm a rescue ranger. I can help you find your way out of the forest.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But we need to find our friend first. Why am I talking to a rabbit?
Hi, Simon.
You need to find your friend? Oh, this sounds like a job for the rescue rangers. I'll take you to the park ranger. If you'll follow me, sir.
Can you describe what the park ranger looks like? He might be my friend I'm looking for.
The park ranger doesn't have time for friends. We're always rescuing.
Oh, I'm sure the park ranger is your friend. Park ranger Feynman is friends to all manner of creatures, big and small.
I like that this has
God
turned from
damn it.
like a group of rescue friends to what does in fact sound like a cult. Like, it does, like, yeah, his
You
friends and
ever-
everyone. You just got to
you
drink the
ever-
Kool-Aid over here.
You guys ever seen that episode of South Park Imagination Land where the
Oh,
animals
yep.
are all murderous eldritch beings?
No, this is
Yeah,
more Happy
this-
Tree Friends and Friends.
Yeah.
Habaru is visibly distraught when he hears Ranger Feynman. Oh,
Good.
God, why? Oh, gods above, what have I done to anger you like this that you stick me with him? Ugh.
I think Habaru has the wrong outlook on life. You know, this new Feynman personality, we could be best friends if he just approaches it right. Like, he's got such opportunity in the palm of his hands. He's got all the control in the relationship, but he's just got to take the right couple of steps. And he never will.
If you would like to follow me, sirs, I can take you to Park Ranger Feynman.
Thank you, Simon.
He turns and he starts to slowly hop because he thinks because you haven't been moving very fast. He's like, "Are you injured, good sirs?"
No.
We're fine.
Okay. And he just he doesn't say anything, but he just makes sure he hops slow enough that you can follow him.
We'll begin following. Jesus Christ. We'll begin following Simon. I can feel
Simon!
ulcers developing in my stomach.
That's my boy Simon.
God, I hate this. I love it and I hate it so fucking much.
I know exactly what I'm going to be doing when you come across me as well. So as soon as you come across Park Ranger Feynman, let me tell you, he's making a makeshift splint for a little injured squirrel. He's like fixing up his little squirrel leg.
So, Feynman, you have been following the Green Moss Road. Every now and then, yes, another little forest creature has popped up.
Some little forest problem has occurred.
Like, has a little creatures pop up in little clusters of like following the Green Moss Road, kind of a little bit happy, cheerful. They've got like a little song going on. Every now and then, yeah, exactly. Every now and then a bird will come and sit, like a little robin will come and sit on your shoulder and be like,
hell yeah.
News from the sky, boss. And just give you a little thing and fly off.
News from the sky. Oh, that's so good.
And indeed, you have come across what appears to be a small rabbit who has sprained his ankle. And so, yes, you are, as you...
Do I have the ability to talk to animals, or is it just these particular animals?
It's just these particular
Okay,
animals.
I was gonna say, like, I could ask the animal what happened and, like, get a guise on. I don't have the spell, though, so we'll just leave it at... I have special friends.
So, I have special friends. That sounds daunting. Just give me
That's all on you.
I somehow think they also look like cartoon versions as well.
Like they're noticeably cell shaded for some reason.
Yes.
They are very much yes,
2D.
very, no, they're very like the animals from Bambi.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do, however, Habaru and Shady, you are led around a turn. You've just been following this moss road, following Simon, until eventually you do see this gold dragonborn down on one knee in khakis, his hat, the sun shining behind him like a hero as he is just wrapping a tiny bandage around this little rabbit's paw. He's got he has a porcupine in a little hat similar to his wandering around, just making sure that the path is clear. You can see a squirrel up in the tree that seems to be scouting, and you hear him whistle down. Hey, Doc, Simon's back. I think he's found some more injured people.
Excellent. Did the bird tell me there was a train accident or whatever?
Yes.
So I'm aware of the context.
Yes.
So I'll see these two and I'll be like, more people seeking refuge from the train accident, I take it?
Is Feynman wearing shorts and knee-length white socks?
It's cargo shorts, and they are the pockets are brimming with medical supplies specifically for animals.
Oh, great.
And I do have knee-high socks.
Excellent.
It's exactly as you would imagine.
Do we understand the animals he's talking to?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Yeah, they're magically imbued with common. What a quick give it.
They're awakened.
Do the animals have other languages or just common?
They seem to all speak common, but Darren the opossum did occasionally shout in Russian at another opossum who was pretending to be dead, Frank. He told him it looked pathetic.
They're running their little Russian possum drills.
Habru will take a deep breath.
Yes, you can breathe easy now. You're in safe hands.
Hi, Ranger Feynman.
I'll tip my
How
hat.
are you, sir?
Oh, we're in crises at the moment, as you would imagine.
Indeed we are. It's me, your friend Habaru.
I'll look at him.
As he says this, you do feel like a memory surface that, yes, Habaru, you went to the academy together to learn how to be rangers.
Oh, it's my ranger boy. Yes, of course.
Oh,
How are you
gosh.
doing, Ranger Habaru?
And as you
Wait, do I know he flunked out?
I don't know. That's entirely on you. But you also know that Shady, your brain fills in this memory that Shady is your mentor.
My mentor. Oh, excellent. Mentor of what, Shady? What would you mentor me in?
Nature survival.
Nature survival, of course.
I've just realized that if Feynman is Harry Potter, Habaru is your Ron, and Wicked is your Hermione.
Yeah, and
dare cast me as Ron.
and Shady can be Snape.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah, if anyone is Hermione,
Potter.
can be Wicked.
Oh, absolutely. Potter.
Feynman.
Glorious.
So
this session so far has gone exactly the way I wanted it to go.
Oh my god, it's my worst nightmare.
All right, yeah, I recognize these two strapping young lads.
Hey, Hey, Ranger Feynman. Do you by chance have a book?
You must mean my, what do we say? It was a Ranger handbook, guidebook.
Hey, can I review the handbook real quick?
Absolutely no circumstance.
You know that Habaru should have his own handbook, like any
he has
good
his own handbook.
I
know he's a flunky though.
When we were injured in the train accidents, I lost my handbook. Also, my hand turned to metal, and that's a problem.
Tragic. Just tell me what you need to know. I do know this front to cover.
Can you just show me the book?
I'll just take it out, and you can see it's clearly the Necronomicon, but in a
dust jacket.
In a dust jacket.
80 for fuck's sake. He has it in a dust jacket.
Yeah, it says on the cover, Ranger Feynman's Big Book of Rangering.
Shady, I'm going to scream. Okay. Well,
but if it's any consolation, it is, I would say, like, out of character, totally safe in my possession for at least this period of time.
I'm glad you have your Ranger book, Feynman. That may be the last one. We got to make sure we keep it safe.
Under no circumstances will I let this get away from me.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that, Ranger Feynman. I'm gonna lose my sanity. Oh my god. Okay. Have you seen Ranger Wicked? Our nature specialist?
I absolutely have not seen her.
Okay.
Have the birds told me anything about Wicked?
they don't know what a wicked is. They
Molly?
A
They-
mushroom lady. I would know, like, I assume I just have similar, like, fill in the gap memories of Wicked. So
They say that they have seen a lady wandering around the forest.
I'll get some agents on it, Habaru, and then I'll make. What was the bird's name? I don't think I got a bird name. I think I only got the little furry guys.
They're I don't know. We'll call one Chuck.
Chuck. All right, and if there's another bird, I gotta tell you, we gotta have a female bird. We've had no. Or I've noticed it's very male centric.
Are you gonna
We
name the
got-
female bird Robin?
You know what?
Robin.
It'll be Robin the Robin.
Hell yeah! All right, that's perfect.
Okay, that's my nightmare right there.
My parents were very original when they named me.
There's Darren and Frank the opossums. There's Baz the porcupine, Simon the rabbit, and Russell the squirrel.
I
Hell
can't
yeah!
wait for these animals to get slaughtered in our first combat. It's either that or do the slaughtering.
I'm telling you, we'll come up against something. They'll unhinge their jaw, and they'll just
And they'll consume.
they will consume.
Okay. Robin the Robin. Do you know where the nearest town is?
I mean, the nearest town is quite a ways away. It's still a number of days, unless you want to go to the village.
What
Is there an animal village?
We
What
can-
village?
Directly adjacent to what I presume is a ranger station.
You know what? Because you mentioned it,
Yeah, we can take you to Sherwood.
Hell yeah, we're gonna go to some animal village. We're trading in acorns from now on. They're gonna have their own little animal currency.
Okay.
Andrew,
Okay.
Yes, we just have to
Okay.
go to the. We just have to go to the crossing and speak to the crossing master, Perry.
the platypus.
Perry the crossing master?
Yes, he mans the animal crossing.
What's the animal crossing?
That lets people pass into the village, making sure that you're, the right size. He's a
All
great
right.
wizard.
You know what? Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. Ranger Feynman, we should go check out your ranger station first. So we can.
As the ranger station is adjacent to the village, we can do both. We're going to this village, all right? Well, there's no way I'm not seeing this village. I need to see this village, and with that, I will point into the distance heroically. Somehow, the sun at my back and the wind blowing, and I'll say, "Ranger guided adventures await." That's one of my catchphrases.
I'm just making notes.
Okay. Let's.
And
go
I've
on
also simultaneously decided that around the RR there's a little explore, respect, preserve, like little, like a creator. I'm gonna have to draw something up, aren't I?
Yep.
Terrible. How terrible.
Making notes. I like to think that Dusty's going to wake up at some point and join this and go, "What the hell is going on?"
I'm gonna
Oh.
start screaming at Dusty, "Save yourself! Get out while you still
Do
can!"
it. Okay, so
I gotta tell you, I think Dusty would love this.
Oh, Dusty would
I think if you
100%
think
find this
Dusty would
cool
not
as
love
shit, I
this, you're completely wrong.
No, I think Dusty would 100% love
Right
this,
up your
and
alley.
that's why I
Okay.
would be so distraught.
so
I'm gonna take something from my stomach. Oh my god, I
No.
feel like I'm having a ulcer.
it's okay. We'll just take a quick 5-minute break as you guys wander into the forest to follow the woodland creatures to the animal crossing to Sherwood.
La 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 la.
And we'll take a quick 5-minute break. We will be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Hear the munchy crunchies of the Nutrigrain.
Nutrigrain.
Unfortunately, we have no Brax Bronxton tonight.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
With no Dusty, there is no Brax Bronxton, unfortunately. So, with that in mind, for those of you who are just joining us, they've met Park Ranger Feynman and all his fuzzy woodland friends.
In all his glory.
So, as you are wandering through the forest, you are being led to the Animal Crossing, where you will be meeting with the Archmage Perry. You do see these robins and sparrows. They do come and stop on Richard Feynman's shoulders every now and then and kind of give him little updates and stuff. They turn around and say that they have seen a woman wandering through the forest. She seems to be looking for something. But every time they try to get near her to like talk to her, they, kind of hit this kind of force field feeling thing. So they just thought they'd keep you apprised of that. At some point, you do deviate away from the moss path. It does tend to go off deeper into the woods. Russell asks,
Doc, do you want me and the boys to head out and see if we can find the lady?
Absolutely. And don't forget to educate, appreciate, and celebrate.
Will do, Doc.
You watch as a horde of red squirrels kind of like take off through the trees.
The look on Andrew's face every time I bust out a new catchphrase. Perfect.
Well, first off, let me just say I'm genuinely impressed that you're coming up with so many things on the fly.
I've jotted down some ideas.
I am impressed. I will give you that.
You're impressed.
Yes.
I'm glad. I'm really committing to the Ranger Feynman bit, and I think it's worth it.
Yes, you are committing, all right, to something. Committing a murder on my sanity.
Baz comes over. Baz the porcupine comes over and walks next to you, Habaru.
Does it hurt?
What?
You have
Chip
metal
on your
arms.
shoulder.
I'll tap my knuckles against my metal arms. Do they sound like filled metal or do they sound hollow?
No, they sound like filled metal. Like you were tapping on a glove. Like a metal glove.
Okay. I mean, I can't say it hurts.
Did you lose them in the accident?
That's my boy. Sound out the words.
No, I did not lose them in a accident. I think I may have gained them in an accident.
You didn't have arms before?
No, I had arms. I had arms.
Did they fall off and you grew new ones? I do that with my quills. Want to see?
Sure.
You watch, he stops. Kevin, roll me a perception with advantage because your spider senses are tingling, your ranger senses.
My ranger senses. Oh, it's got some ranger danger. Perception with advantage.
Clint, where are you finding all these things?
I gotta tell you, I feel like they just flow. Like ranger catchphrases are way
probably because
easier to
you're pulling
write
them
than
from
you
a
might think.
website.
It's a website. It's got Ranger Confidential.
Okay.
Um,
I was like, these are just easy to write. They're good.
So, Feynman, upon hearing Baz turn around and say, "Let me show you," like growing back the quills thing, you know what is about to happen as Baz stops, plants his little feet, and starts to tense.
Wait.
I'll
to
grab
show-
him. I'll
Wait,
grab
wait,
Habaru
wait,
out of the
wait,
way
wait.
as quick as I can.
I was gonna say, which way is he facing?
I reckon you're in the way, and I will just grab you out of the way. I'll
As
just
you watch, as a
yank
whole
you
heap of
over.
you watch as like 6 quills like come shooting out and embedding into like a tree trunk.
Yeah, sorry about that. This is his favorite trick.
Thank you, Ranger Feynman.
It lets me take down danger before danger takes me down.
Are porcupines' heads spiky?
No, they're not. They all face backwards.
Yeah, they're all like. I'll give him a little pat on the head.
He looks really
And
happy. He's
give
because
him
he's the only one that has a hat that matches yours.
Wait, is he like he would be like an American porcupine, I guess?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see.
I'll.
Is his hat held in place entirely by his quills?
Yeah, just like
Or
there's
does
a
it
couple of
float?
those.
It
Yeah.
floats slightly off his head, and it's just quills sticking
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
I'll grab one of the quills and I'll poke my metal arm with it.
It does not hurt.
You take 1d10 poison damage.
It doesn't hurt.
Does it pierce his skin,
No.
or does it just like does it make it punk?
Yeah. There's a bit of give, but you kind of smell. You get a little bit of a smell of like burning hair or nails as the tip of it smolders it a little bit.
Okay.
Andrew, don't look confused. We talked about this.
No, I know why. I'm trying. No, I know. I'm trying to think about how Habaru can go about figuring this out. I already know the answer. I just need to figure out how to get to the answer. Okay. Do you guys have any metal at your village by chance?
We
What
have
kind of metal?
Metal.
we have iron and copper and bronze and silver and even gold.
I can pull out like a stainless steel pocket knife. I'm like, is this adequate?
Yeah, sure, thanks. I'll then begin just bending the blade with my hand.
The pocket knife.
Yes.
Yeah.
My clearly very nice service knife that I handed
Yes.
you. You just bend.
Yes.
You watch as the metal starts to get a bit of a haze on it, and turn a little bit red in the middle as it bends like butter.
Jesus Christ! What have you done to my knife?
Turn
I'll
it into a boomerang.
I'll put it back the way it was.
Is that destruction of park property?
That is destruction of park property.
No. I seem to remember gifting you this knife when we graduated the academy.
That's not how that one works.
No.
I remember things about
Feynman,
you. You don't remember things about me, and
No,
you didn't graduate
Feynman,
the academy.
Don't you remember? Yeah, of course we graduated the
You
academy.
did not
You tutored
graduate.
me.
You're not a
You
ranger.
helped
You
me
don't even
because
have your
you
own
were
fucking
such a
ranger
great
book.
Ranger.
You can't.
You helped me.
You would have never been able to graduate Ranger Academy if you lose
By
your Ranger
myself,
book
Feynman,
in a
of course I wouldn't have
measly
graduated.
train accident.
But you helped me get through the academy.
I don't
That's how I
allow
graduated.
weak Ranger blood through. Only the finest quality serviceman can
Colin.
make it in.
That's fucking funny. I hate that. I'll bend the knife back into shape and back to what it originally was.
Okay.
I suppose that's one way to get a good temper on.
It's never the same.
In fact, I will just kind of run my fingers along the edge and just sharpen it for him real quick.
Hell yeah, that's a serviceable edge right there. I know Ranger terms.
I don't think you. Okay, whatever.
I'll have you know, I watch a lot of Ranger YouTube.
God.
Really?
No, unrelated, but like I watch a fair amount of weird Ranger content. I quite like it.
Yogi Bear doesn't count.
Yogi Bear absolutely counts. All right, it's
No.
50% of my Ranger content.
Anyways, yes, I will fix the knife and I will tell the little porcupine bud right next to us. How do you guys have gold and silver? Did you guys mine it?
Yeah. We have days where it'll be like raining and stuff, so we can't work on the farm. So we go and dig in the mines.
Would make sense our burrowing creatures.
You know what? At this point, I'll just roll with it. Sure, I would love to see your guys' mine.
I mean, they could barter as well, I suppose.
We even sometimes have to fight monsters down there. Every time we go deeper, we find different monsters.
You dug too deep.
There's a dungeon in our future.
Think every Stardew Valley
Yeah.
situation here.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I just got the when it rains fucking comment. It's raining today and I don't need to tend to the farms. It's a mine day. Alright, fair enough.
Oh, okay. Yes. Let's continue on to the village. Feynman, here is your ranger knife I gifted you back.
I gotta tell you, it's a one-way
No.
it's a one-way memory facility, champ.
Nah, I will continue to push my narrative.
You can push your narrative, but I'll just like look at the engraving on the back from my wife and be like, yeah, buddy.
Your wife.
Yeah, that's my wife.
It does. On the back, it does actually have an engraving. All my love, Luna.
Yeah.
Hey, how's your wife been?
You know she died in 1906, you son of a bitch.
God
I mean,
damn it. No hesitation.
I mean, you know, in a way, we got divorced, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you're divorced, all right. Man, it's like she's still with us inside of me, even. Weird.
my
I don't
wife
wanna
still misses me, but her aim is getting better.
Okay, so you guys are wandering through the forest, getting updates from the Moss Lady about the Moss Lady. She seems, according to the Squirrel Squad, they say that she seems to be looking for something, and they say that the rumblings in the forest are saying that something's changed. The trees are unhappy. The land seems to be at ill at ease. The creatures of the barrows are saying that the undead that usually live within the barrow cities are ill at ease, where they were once aligned with the land.
This is terrible news.
You don't think another disaster's coming, do you? The last time bushfire came through here, Doc.
But bush what?
It's like a forest fire, but like Australian.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we should warn and prepare the village. In the worst case, I hope there isn't. Sincerely, but
Do you want us to go ahead and warn
please,
warn Fire Marshal Brown?
absolutely. My main man, Fire Marshal Brown.
Will
God damn
do.
you,
Will do.
Tegan.
What?
Fire Marshal Brown.
We're gonna have to clear some fire lines as well.
I
His
wonder
first name
what
is Smokey.
Yeah, it's Smokey Bear.
fucking
Oh,
done with this
boy.
shit. God damn it.
Why are you so unhappy about
This
this?
is so good. This is.
Eventually, you reach a crossroads where there is a large wooden pole stuck into the ground. It seems to have directions, like a compass, with signs pointing off. In the direction that you're heading, in the eastern direction, you do see that there is a large stone archway, easily big enough to encompass a 6 foot tall humanoid character, but completely made of stone. And sitting in what appears to be a wooden lounge chair next to it, you do see a strange little brown furry creature that has a duck bill. He does seem to be wearing a little tan colored wizard's robe with a little black witch's hat on top. He has a staff with a rather large crystal, very similar to the one that was recently exploded. That's like twice his height, so it's actually quite tall, and there are vines and stuff wrapping around it. As you approach, he does stand up. You see his little webbed feet, kind of the claws of them dig into the forest floor as he walks towards you slowly, his staff digging into the rich soil as he approaches you. Ranger?
I know you just told us this. It was Perry, right?
Yep.
Perry the
I'll
platypus, yeah.
tip my hat at Perry. How are we, Perry?
He tips his hat in return.
Things aren't looking too good outside. There's
Does-
a lot of bad rumblings in the forest as of late.
Does
He
he
gives
do
a
the
no-
weird?
He gives a noise a noise of displeasure. That noise, yeah, that noise. He goes, "This is not good at all. But I see you have brought other rangers to help.
Yes.
Yes. Have you warned them of the magic?"
I figured the best warning is experience.
Of course. Do you
That
think?
sounds like the most anti-ranger thing someone could say.
Sorry, I'll
Ah.
rephrase that. Nature's Guardians at your service. That one didn't really fit, but it was the next one on my list, and I needed to get it out.
What spirits at heart do you think would suit them best, Ranger?
What did you say again, Clint? You wanted to be a...
I think
What?
Harper was a badger.
A honey badger, because they're
You're
little.
a honey
honey
badger, and I mean, pick your own spirit animals, and I'll convey it. I'll say Habara is the mighty honey badger,
Mm-hmm.
as I presume he slowly transforms into a devastating badger-like creature. Slowly and painfully, I might add. Horrifically. Just. But what's weird is about halfway through the transformation, his screams become like kind of cute because it's just a little badger creature.
So yes, as Perry the platypus, the major puss, waves his staff over you, enacting the magic of the Animal Crossing as you pass through the archway into the animal village of Sherwood. You feel this green magic of this place wash over you as you find your feet the pathway through this archway very briefly appears to look like a rainbow bridge between these two places.
Am I able to be a mini dragon, or is that too close to being a god?
I will allow you to be a pseudo dragon, just a little
Excellent.
tiny pseudo
A
dragon.
little
Yeah.
drakeling.
Little
Yeah.
fella.
Little
And
chunky, kind
Clint,
of
did
looks
you have one
closer
in
to like
mind?
looks closer to like a salamander with its little short, chunky legs and tiny wings that won't allow you to fly.
Does he look like a dragon from Spyro? Like where they have like the big old bellies and the really long necks?
No,
Okay.
nothing that horrifying. But he is completely gold. He does look more dragon-like. He doesn't have the
He
he doesn't have
still
the
has
humanoid
the hat.
face. He does still have you're still completely dressed in your ranger outfit. It's just you are a smaller version of an actual draconic self.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
You watch as Habaru's hair grows out, takes on these two white streaks in the darkness that run down the back of his head. You watch as his little metal hands turn into little metal claws as hair continues to sprout. Habaru, you watch the ground rush up to meet you as you
I should've
find
gone with
yourself
mine.
getting shorter. You feel yourself getting shorter, your feet pulling into the boots. You can feel the magic changing your boots to fit around the more animal, beast-like feet. You watch as your eyes focus, because they're still forward-facing eyes, but you can see that your nose starts to extend out in front of you, and the black nose tip starts to form.
Oh, God, I already had a schnozzle before. Now I got an even bigger one.
You feel your bottom teeth retract in as your top incisors come down slightly because you go from orc to badger.
Oh, golly.
What about you, Shady?
Mongoose.
Mongoose.
You watch as Shady gets a lot smaller, a lot thinner. His torso stretches, though, as his legs get shorter, but all of his neck and body get longer. A tail sprouts out behind him. His hair still remains that kind of scruffy, sandy kind of look. His eyes come a little bit further forward.
One eye.
Yeah,
He's
his
got
one
an eye.
eye.
He's still got the eye patch.
Still got the eye patch. His muzzle comes out to match. And he looks quite stylish with
Does he still have guns?
Yeah.
He's got little mongoose guns.
Yeah, his guns
So
shrink to be like little mongoose size to
I
be
have
able to be wielded.
honey badger revolver and honey badger greatsword.
Yep.
How does a honey badger revolver function?
It works like this: bang bang, fuck you.
It's called Ask Questions, Feel the Gap. All right.
I'll stay strapped up.
As your feet leave the other side of this rainbow bridge, you find yourself on the neatly paved road leading into Sherwood Village. You can see all of the tree houses that have been erected in this place. You can see the square with its bunting. They seem to be setting up for a festival in the nearish future. Everybody's really happy. You smell coffee. It is just like a regular village. There's a little, very warm bakery cafe where you do see a couple of field mouse waitresses just bringing over one cup for a much bigger client, just in their two little hands and things like this as you're walking through. It's just very wholesome. Little kids are running around, little bunnies and mice. Every now and then you'll see a little fox kind of come over and just pass a ball back to one of the others who kicked it out of bounds or something like this. It very sweet.
I got to imagine with every animal, it's like Norm from Cheers just arrived when I walked past, though. And it's like, hey,
Fine, man.
we're all friends.
Yeah.
I'm the local ranger.
Some of the kids stop and start whispering like their heroes just walk past.
Oh, hell yeah. Only they can stop forest fires. And I know it in my heart.
Sorry.
That one really annoys Andrew, so it just makes me very happy.
You do hear the sound of a klaxon slightly off in the distance as you see one of the larger rocky outcroppings. You see what appears to be a little horse-drawn wagon with leave the fire station with a small brown bear sitting in the driver's seat, leading it out into the forest to go and...
Is it driven by miniature horses, or do they have an equivalent animal?
Yeah, no, it's miniature horses, like
Hell
little
yeah.
Shetland ponies.
What the fuck?
They source their own horses.
They can't even. Okay, whatever.
That the fire wagon has been led out into the forest to go
Is
looking for this
there
threat.
any lights it's flashing?
Yes, it's got these little red and yellow lights just sitting on the top
Red
top
and
corners of the
yellow.
wagon. Yep, red and yellow.
I mean red and blue.
No, red and yellow. Red and blue is police.
No, red and
The
blue
town
is
guard.
universal. Ah,
IRL,
Okay.
just out of curiosity, in real life, all of them are red and blue, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, have I missed something?
No.
and I was like
these are-
red and yellow.
These are red and yellow. Yep. And the town guards are red and blue.
Okay.
But Richard, Park Ranger Fineman, leads you through the town square, and just off the town square is a tree house that you do see the ranger's hut. You see Park Ranger on the sign, which is a beautiful hand painted sign just hanging out the front with the RR symbol in like a very calligraphy style script.
Just before we go in, I fire off a quick salute at the sign.
As you enter in, a little bell rings over the door, and you see your assistant Martha look up. She's a lovely. This one is a hedgehog. She's in a little ranger pinafore. She looks up from her filing, and she's like,
Oh, you're back
And a
already.
hedgehog.
Would you like it? Would you like your coffee now, Ranger Feynman?
Absolutely. And then
Oh, okay. Yes, it will take. It will just take me a minute. But we probably will have to go out to Cherrywood Farm to get some more coffee beans in the next few days.
perfect. No problem at all.
Oh, Farmer Davy also wants you to go out. Apparently, some strange rock fell out of the sky and did some damage. They seem to see some footprints leaving from it.
All right. Did we get any word from the Fire Marshal Brown about the potential?
No, they've just headed out, and he's going to do a surveillance of the area, just to make sure everything's okay, and look for the your missing park ranger friend, Miss Molly.
Excellent. And how is your son?
Oh, he's doing very, very well. He did very well on his test recently. We didn't think he was going to pass that math test, but thanks to your tutoring, he managed to retain some of them and got a B plus.
Excellent.
Hey, just for the audience sake, what's a Feynman's intelligence again?
Hey, you don't have to be smart to be a good ranger. You just have to know how to. I don't know.
It's in the heart, not the head.
It's in the heart, not the head. You just have to know how to love the environment and take care of animals.
Man,
Just
I
for a
wish
little-
the audience could see my outrage right now.
Shady will lean across to Abaru and go, "This is the longest dream I've ever been in. Hope we wake up soon."
Nightmare, you mean?
Yeah, no, good correction.
Okay, Ranger Feynman. While we're waiting for Ranger Molly to return, should we go help Farmer Davy, or should we?
Absolutely go help Farmer Davy.
Can we potentially lay down for 20 minutes to catch our breath? That was a long
Oh.
hike.
We can
And some of us
absolutely.
may have been roughed up from the train.
Oh, of course. The renovations on your house haven't finished, but they will look after you over at the Greenleaf. I'm fairly certain that that Penelope is more than happy to, let you keep staying there for as long as you need.
This is fantastic because I'm almost certain that surely there wasn't a planned city of animals, right? This has to be off the cuff.
By the amount of notes she's taking, yes.
Yeah, this is couldn't be happier.
This is what you
Hell
get to
yeah.
when you just let him go wild.
Yeah, pure joy
Oh,
from
I'm
the
just making notes so I can build on this next week as well.
hell yeah.
Have fun building another map.
Easy.
Map
Um,
building's the good times.
Yes. So the green leaf.
Yes. Okay, so we can go over to the Greenleaf. And we'll do that, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna say I look like I have 10 hit points left and none of my actions left.
Yes,
So they're all spent.
I believe that Gustav over there is actually has made a lovely beef and truffle stew for lunch.
Perfect. Fucking
Wait.
animals get access to beef?
Wait. Hang on. What meats do the animals eat?
Everything that's available in the rest of the world.
So
Chicken, beef, pork, dragon.
So
Sorry,
they're-
not dragon, hydra.
have we seen any chicken people here?
No.
Have we seen any of the meats that we have eaten? Any of those people, have we seen them here?
You have not seen any cows, horse, like cow people, horse
No
people.
domesticated.
Oh, you've seen chickens, like chickens
actual,
and cows and-
regular
yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
Not, But you haven't seen their equivalent of humanoid.
Humanoid
Yeah,
version.
yeah. You haven't seen humanoid pigs or anything like that.
Feynman, you don't think it's weird that these herbivores are eating meat in their stew?
I think if they're eating meat, champion, they're not called herbivores, but I don't know.
Right.
I don't really remember I guess I may remember my animal ecology classes better than you.
Don't get me wrong, Gustav also makes a lot of vegetarian dishes too. We're a
But-
mixed community of meat eaters and vegetarians.
Okay, it's just
I didn't realize you were vegan. I'm sorry.
He just
I
knows
do-
I'm a
no,
carnivore.
I'm not vegan. No, it's not it. I just
No, he's
Never
actually freaking vegan.
Well, Gustav and Penelope also do some lovely corn chowder, as well as lettuce salads and things like this, to accommodate for their own diets.
okay. That's good to know. I would very much like to go lay down for a moment because I think the blood loss is starting to affect my sense of judgment.
Habara's sleepy.
I'm sorry, sir, but I did ask you if you were injured, and you said no.
That is correct.
You watch as Simon looks very offended that you're apparently injured and you didn't let him help you.
I did tell you that. That is correct. I wanted to get to safety before trying to treat my wounds.
You should always put your mask on first before helping others, sir. Otherwise, you may not be able to help yourself.
Isn't that safety guidelines for flying?
There's no domestic flights in this universe, you jerk.
I was gonna say, what the fuck? Don't tell me
But
these
it
guys have
is.
an airport.
They do.
There's no way they have an airport.
They do. But it's mostly used by mice and things like this. They ride on the back of owls and stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say, what have they got? Turboprops? But no, that's fine.
Wait. So on the back of mice, they have deployable air mask?
Yeah. Gotta breathe.
How? Where are they deployed from?
It's god magic.
The saddle, I guess. Just
Okay,
rolls
whatever.
up out of the saddle.
Yeah.
We gotta move on. We're having aneurysm. Oh god.
You're asking for me to make up logic for this very strange scenario.
If I have to suffer, I'm gonna make everyone suffer with me.
Suffer. I'm having a glorious time.
So,
God, why?
God, I didn't write her name down. What's the name of your bloody
Penelope.
assistant? No, the
Penelope.
assistant.
Was it not
I thought it was
the
Penelope.
assistant?
What's the name of your assistant? I can't remember.
Penelope.
No,
What you just said.
Penelope's the head of the she
Uh,
runs the Greenleaf.
Guess what? Her name's now Maxine because I can't remember it either.
It's Mavis,
Okay.
the hedgehog.
Okay. I know it was a hedgehog because I was like, oh, I could have been a hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Ranger assistant. She hands you the tiniest. Well, if you were Hubbaroo sized, it would be a tiny cup of coffee. But right now, it's a decent, just a good sized mug of coffee, Hubbaroo, with plenty of cream and sugar in it.
Thank you, Mavis. I appreciate it. I will go slump over in a chair.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
Maybe, but just not right now. Let me get my bearings.
Oh, well, Dr. Donald isn't back yet.
Is
He's the local quack.
for the Christ.
I
I scared him fucking Christ.
You ran into that one.
God damn it. Okay. I will probably end up going to see him later, but right now I'm good. I will just sit there and just drink my coffee. Can I only have a single hit die, so I can't even roll that well for a short rest. Hey gang, I desperately need a long rest.
I did tell you could go to the inn and like replenish and recharge.
I thought that's where we were going.
Shady has a weird thought, reaches into his coat and pulls out little mongoose paw.
Yes.
Great.
What
Wonder
the
if she can
fuck?
fit.
You have a mongoose paw? What the fuck?
It's his wife's hand.
What? Haru never saw that he got his wife's
true.
hand.
Sorry.
What the? You're just carrying it. Shady, are you just carrying around someone's hand in your shirt pocket? What the fuck?
It kind of gives you a little wave.
What the fuck?
Do you think the rest of his wife is a mongoose too?
I don't know how that works.
Shady, what the fuck do you have a severed hand?
Someone's got my wife, and they sent me a hand.
What?
Been there, brother.
What the fuck?
Oh,
How
yeah.
is Mavis reacting to this?
She's pottering around handing out cups of coffee, and she just seems to be nodding her head, going, "Yes, dear," like she's heard it all before.
Oh my god, I'm not crazy. I refuse to act. Crazy one here. What the fuck? Why do you have someone's hand?
They sent me it. They've got the rest of my wife.
Who's they?
She's going to be real easy to keep captured now that she's a mongoose.
Maybe she'll escape now that she's a No, I'm not going down this train of thought. Who is they?
Bereth. One of the demons here in hell.
Roll me a history, Habaru. Her badger.
The badger cocks his head and with a what expression?
You know the name Bereth. He's apparently the archdemon lord / archdemon god of the Circle of Wrath. Known for hanging out / imprisoned in his glacier prison, basically, that floats around the rivers of hell. Nethreg, sorry, should I say?
Why does the demon lord have your wife?
I got no idea.
How do you know he has her?
She told me.
How did she tell you?
She wrote it out.
I feel like Hamaru was there for that. Was he not there for that?
I also
No, I
feel
wasn't.
like Rich. I
No,
also
I
feel
was
like
not. I
Richard
was-
Feynman has sat down at his desk and is just listening to this, viciously eating a yogurt out of a tub.
I would be doing paperwork, surely. Little forest paperwork.
Yeah,
I very
I'm
distinctly
signing
remember
permits
I was
for block parties, I guess. I don't know what forest rangers
Fishing.
sign for.
Fishing permits,
fishing permits.
Fishing
yeah.
permits,
Yeah.
like fire permits. If
Camping
someone wants
permits,
to do a burn off or something.
It fucking
Right.
excuse you? What?
You
Yeah, we
never
have
heard of
burn
a
offs.
burn off?
I think it is.
Bone off. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
I was about to say, is that an Australian thing?
No, a burn off. I do understand. Okay,
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
but
And then I'll eat a yogurt.
Yeah.
okay.
I need to find out more information where he is because no one knows where he is.
Okay.
Didn't Hamaru just got told directly where he was? By his knowledge? Is that more knowledge than Shady has, or does Shady know that he's in Wrath? But like, what does Shady know?
I think everyone kind of knows he's in this area, just no one knows exactly where.
Where
okay.
his glacier
No one
is,
can
'cause
find
it-
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it kind of floats
Oh,
around.
it's a
so they don't
floating
actually-
fortress that moves around.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
He has his own fortress of solitude, like Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's why he's one of the only demon lords that are still active and around in Nethrake. The rest have gone to ground.
Okay. Okay.
Mavis comes over and puts a little blanket over you, Habaru, in your chair.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
She kind of gives you a little pat on the head. There, dear. It looks like it's been a hard day.
It has. I tried my best, and it's been so hard.
Oh, I'm sure you did. You look like you look like you're a good boy that tries hard.
Reminds her of her son. He doesn't try that hard, but it's a good
Fucking
boy.
excuse you. He tries so hard. God damn it, he tries so fucking hard.
Not you, her son.
Okay, do you have like a cot I could lay down in?
Oh
Or-
no, we did have to remove it. Otherwise, we did have a few incidents that some of the rangers would come in and hibernate throughout the winter. It was very inconvenient.
I remember when Steve came around and my office was a no-go zone for 6 months.
Yes.
Wow,
And then
nice
when
freedom
you
of Steve Moore.
then when he woke up, he ate half of our filing cabinet. So
I'm still missing files on the Doppler twins.
Okay, let's go to that inn. Let's end the day. Oh god.
So, you get up. You go to take your jacket off of the hook. Richard Feynman and anyone who wants to, as you're leaving, roll me a perception.
Yeah. Habaru would still be looking around, trying to justify to himself he's not crazy. He's
Okay.
very distracted and distraught.
Distracted. You are distracted. You don't notice it. Oh, Shady, you realize as Richard Feynman takes his ranger jacket off of the hook, next to it is hanging another jacket that you swear looks like it was one of the jackets of the conductors you'd seen on the train.
Who's the owner of that?
oh, it's my old thing. It's been there for I don't know, a couple of years now.
Oh. Okay.
And I'll point at and I'll look at Habaru and go, conductor. You thinking what I'm thinking? About this lot?
I'll point to Richard Feynman. This is all your fucking fault. Okay.
Yeah.
You start to
can't
think. You start to
prove
think back.
anything.
You start to think back to the train crash and the
All the people who
remarkable
were
lack of
changing.
bodies.
All the people who changed. Jesus fucking Christ. Richard fucking
With me
Feynman.
sitting with some of the passages and stuff, do I start to recognize any bits and pieces, like
Yeah, you start to notice like
characteristics?
little pieces of their clothing or little mannerisms because you'd been with them for a couple of days. So you do start to notice some of the mannerisms and stuff like this.
It's the
Nope, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay. You're a fucking menace to society, Richard Feynman. And with that, I'll walk out the door.
I enjoy the idea of yelling that at someone who, even in context of knowing, has no control over it. However, you still find them accountable somehow.
Oh,
Mavis
hey,
looks-
guys, I didn't mean to cause that nuclear meltdown. My bad. I just forgot to change out the rods and cool them.
No, because that would be like if you didn't do that, but you have no power to do that either.
Mavis looks at you, Ranger Feynman, and goes,
Your friend is very high strung. You did say that. I imagine that's why he struggled so much at the academy.
It certainly was.
Um,
That and he's an idiot.
It's good that he's got you as a friend, dear.
Motherfucker. You say that to me.
It's good he's got you as a friend, dear.
Oh, he needs all the friends he can get.
she looks across at you, Shady, and like just pats you on the arm.
You tried your best with the pair of them.
Because you were their mentor.
Yeah.
Can the Wraith come and kill us already?
I think we all need a rest. Things might look different in the morning, hopefully.
So, Harbour, you storm out across the... No. Craig's just like, no. He's not coming to save you.
I don't need him
Harbour,
to save me. I need him to come kill me.
You storm across the town square and head down the side street. You do too happy an episode for that. I can make it go real happy tree friends and friends real fast if we'd like. You see a little sign. You do see a little sign pointing to the green leaf. So you head down the alleyway and turn right, and it's just there. It's got beautiful circular lead stained glass windows that are all these different colors. You notice that it has these beautiful green leaves painted all over it. The roof is the tiles on the roof are carved to look like leaves that overlap. And you can hear the sound of a fiddle and a flute playing from inside. There's just very faintly the clack of pool balls as well.
Let's go in. Okay.
Oh, Harbour, this is just Harbour left without you guys.
Ah, what a loser.
I will wait for Shady to catch up.
I can't wait to wake up.
I do enjoy the specifically Shady.
Yes.
Not
I'm not
Feynman.
waiting for Feynman. I'm waiting for Shady.
Shady, you see him standing there outside of the tavern, outside of the inn.
Yep. Get a rest. It'll all look different in the morning.
Shady, please don't buy into any of this. Please don't leave me.
Oh no, it's a dream. I'm waking up. I'm going to sleep and I'm going to wake up and it's all going to be over and done with.
Take me with you, please. If not, just wake up and smother me if I don't wake up from this nightmare. Just put me down.
Yeah, it's freaking me out a bit too.
Only a bit?
I'm talking to my own shadow. Talking to animals. Is there any possible explanation?
You've gotten into Willow's drugs.
Come into my room and I'll tell you the story behind Richard fucking Feynman.
Okay.
You'll understand why he's a fucking menace to society. I will take Shady to a side room, make sure there's no one there, and then begin to explain the story behind.
You go into the inn.
They go in.
You go into the inn. It's a very jovial, happy place. There's tables everywhere. There's little alcoves with little booths in them. You kind of take him to one side and sit him down in one of the booths.
No. I'm not doing this out in the open. I'm doing this in our room. So I will get a room for us.
Okay, so you walk up and you watch as a little furry head walks along behind the bar, and then you see them step up as you see a little guinea pig, blonde guinea pig, in what was the train server's outfit, climb a set of stairs to serve you over the top of the bar.
Hello. Welcome to the Greenleaf.
Hi.
Can we get a?
You want 2 rooms?
One room, please.
One room. Okay. Oh, congratulations.
No.
What
it's
name
not
would you like? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, we're co-workers.
Oh, my apologies. So, what name would you like on the rooms?
Shady.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, just Shady.
Last name?
Shady.
Shady.
Shady. Oh, yes. That will just be 1 copper a night.
I will lay down. I'll put down 5 copper.
Oh, 5 nights. Certainly. Do you have any dietary preferences?
No.
Okay. All good. I will let Gustav know. I'm Penelope. I will be your hostess while you're here.
Thank you, Penelope.
Thanks.
I didn't say that
Penelope.
correctly. Thank you. I know. Penelope.
Oh,
Here's your key. You just need to go up the stairs, down the hallway, and it will be the 3rd door on the left.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
I hope you enjoy your stay.
thank you very much. Hopper will skulk away. Miserable beyond belief. And then get Shady into the room. Make sure there's no other fucking animals.
You have it's your little in room. You've got 2 single beds in there. You've got a little desk. There's a little dresser for you to put some of your clothes and stuff if you need. But yes, it is a room with 2 single beds.
And then I will explain the story up to this point with Richard Feynman. You know how he was a captain? Yeah, he wasn't a captain always. He's blah 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 blah.
no, give us a little bit of the TLDR.
Sure. Richard Feynman is a fucking menace to society. He was an asshole god, and because he was a giant asshole, he got punished with a curse. Anytime that he essentially resets, like he did today, he takes in his surroundings and he warps reality to his benefits to support the idea of a set of memories he doesn't have. That's why he thinks you're his mentor, why I failed the academy, even though that didn't really happen. Previously, he went unconscious on a boat. He thought he was the captain of a boat. Before that, he went unconscious and was brought to a monastery. He woke up, thought he was a monk. So that is why Richard Feynman is so fucking weird.
Okay, so it's fitting in with the rest of this.
Yes. If he goes unconscious again, we need to do everything in our power to make sure he wakes up in a place of worship for Saladin.
Okay. That sounds like a yeah.
Selenace's ex-wife, and she'll beat the shit out of him. To what he deserves.
Okay. Yep. No.
Yep.
Yep.
It's stupid, and I hate it, and I hate Uro's but Feynman, for all the way he drives me insane, is it?
Is he breaking up for everybody else?
Yep, he's
He
breaking up.
absolutely is. I got none of that.
This is trying to say.
We do not understand a single
No,
thing you are saying
nothing.
right
You're
now.
roboting, man.
Real robot hours. Try and drop the camera, maybe. I think that often helps.
It just drops him completely.
Still green.
Yeah, no, we could still hear you. It was just you were.
Yeah, like it was sort of.
The headshot's still affecting him. Yeah, no, you're roboting real bad.
Yeah.
Vocally.
Am I there now?
Still, yeah.
Is it any better now?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay. To keep it short and simple, Habaru would just say, no fucking scream.
Nothing?
Fuck it. Feynman's fine. Ahuro's an asshole. That's it.
Okay. Yep. No, making sense. I'm going to get a sleep. It's all going to be fine in the morning.
I will also long rest.
Okay. You guys settle down for your sleepy times, leaving Ranger Feynman out in the town.
Doing his work. Doing the Lord's work.
You get greeted as you're wandering through the town. You get greeted by various people. You see the headmaster of the school, Headmaster Morris. He's a moose. He gives you a nod across the thing and promptly gets his hair, one of his antlers stuck in the bunting, and he kind of gets a bit embarrassed and he kind of unhooks it and gives you another nod and like scurries away. You can hear the sounds of just gentle singing from the potter's hut as the as the Geraldton otters are making their pottery for the day and setting about the actual painting process and glazing it for the day. And it's just, you just know that Sherwood is just this really peaceful place. You catalogue away what Mavis said about needing to go talk to the farmer
The
Davey.
farmer.
Yep, go talk to the farmer. And you know that on your books you've got a couple of investigations that you have to go look into. You have to go talk to the head of the town guard, Captain Mox, Captain Mox the Fox, to actually look into the list of things as well that they've kind of had a look at and just wanting you to have a look over, because they really value your opinion on the safety of things and making sure that you can prevent a hazard before, a hazard occurs. So
Perfect. It's another day in paradise, ladies and gentlemen. In my prime.
Welcome to the hell of hell.
Yeah, Richard Feynman, you are at peace. It is a wonderful place. For you, it is this wonderful place that allowed you to find peace again after the brutal divorce from your wife and the fact that that estrangement and the fact that she took your young son away from you. It has allowed you to find some peace and some purpose again after just a completely
Life-shattering,
event. Yeah. To this day, you still don't know why she left. She just said one day that she was unhappy, and she couldn't do it anymore. And she took your young son and left.
Tragic.
Wait,
Absolutely tragic.
Hold on. Young son? What the fuck?
Yes.
Does Ahura have a son?
Several.
Ahura technically has 3 sons and
And daughters.
and 4 daughters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, no!
But
You procreated.
in favor of like full disclosure, for the Feynman
For the Feynman curse,
mythos, there's only one kid.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
in his mind. I think I've talked about seeing like a woman and a child in like visions before.
Yeah.
Oh God!
His curse specifically ties to what he did to his son by yeeting him into the void, and specifically his wife. So the others were kind of left out of this because they at least got to live and move on and stuff. So
God. Oh God, why?
Oh, do you want to know the best part?
No, I don't, because it gets worse.
If you ever meet the son in the real world, he's attached to a character named Kevin.
Oh yeah, it's my boy.
Oh, fucking course he is. I'm gonna go lay down face down on my couch.
Okay, so you Shady and Habaru settle in for the night as you make your way to the lookout Ranger Feynman that overlooks the apple orchard, the trees full of ripe, glossy red fruit ready for the picking as the sun is setting. It didn't feel like the day was a very long day, but a lot felt like it happened. And so it feels like time ran really fast for you. The fact that there are not 1, but 2 young women victims of this terrible train tragedy that has been reported on, lost and wandering around the woods. The fact that
weighs on my mind.
Exactly. It weighs on your mind as you just consider the shadows that you feel are creeping in around your peaceful little village that you have called home for the last 5 years.
Tragic.
And so with that, we'll end a couple minutes early to try and figure out how we're going to explain this to Dusty.
And what a session it was.
So we will end the session there, as I will also say that after you finish your ruminating over the sunset, you too find your bed for the night and you can have a long rest. Wicked gets to sleep in the forest. I don't foresee her being unhappy about that. But either way, we will pick this up again next week to see what happens with the adventures of Ranger Feynman and furry friends.
Rescue Rangers.
We will talk to you all later. I hope you have a wonderful week. Drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, take your medications if you need to.
Tune in tomorrow as well.
Tune in tomorrow for Star Trek and the day after for Ignition Point. Exactly. And we will see you all next time, guys.
And for those watching at home, Kevin just saluted.
I did, yeah. I forget that we're not on camera.
Yeah.
I did my patented leaving salute.
So no matter where you are in the world, we wish you, we hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and we will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.